So in my last episode, looking at the great country of Colombia, we looked at some really just basic facts. Its name, a bit of its history, the type of people that live there, land size, and all that jazz. But in this video, we're going to go into a little bit more of a detailed look. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to FTD Facts, a channel where I look at people, cultures, and places. My name is Dave Walpole, and today we are going to be looking more at Colombia in our Colombia Part 2 video. Which just reminds me, guys, this is part of our Colombia playlist. I'll put it down there in the description box below, and I'll talk about that more at the end of the video. But if you're new here, join me every single Monday to learn about new countries from around the world. You can do that by hitting that subscribe and that bell notification button. But let's get started. Learn about Colombia. So we all know Colombia is famous for its coffee, right? Yes, right, I know. You guys are sitting there going, $5 says he's going to talk about coffee. Well, I am. That's right, because I got my Van Hoot Colombia coffee right here. Boom! Advertisement. Yeah, they're not even paying me for this. I don't care. So what you might not know about coffee is, yes, you probably already know that a lot of companies actually buy it up. Starbucks buys a lot of coffee from Colombia. It's kind of like their favorite place to buy coffee. And kind of to pay tribute to that, Starbucks, when they were making their 1,000th store in 2016, they decided, yo, we're going to put it in Colombia. And this was in the town of Medellin, Colombia. Now, here's the thing when it comes to coffee in Colombia. They are the third largest producing and exporting coffee country in the world. The amount of coffee that is exported from Colombia equals about 810,000 metric tons, or approximately 11.5 million bags. However, although it might be beaten by countries like Brazil, it is actually the #1 or highest country for producing and growing a specific type of bean, known as the Arabica bean. And I know coffee is really important when it comes to talking about Colombia, but you guys really don't know how important it is with its culture. Interesting fact that in 2007, major spots equaling a buffer zone of approximately 207,000 hectares, which are called the Coffee Cultural Landscape, were considered a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And also in 2007, the EU, the European Union, granted Colombian coffee a protected designation of origin status. Now, interesting enough, when it comes to the coffee in Colombia, believe it or not, it is not actually native to the country. It's come from somewhere else. Not really an invasive species because it's very much welcomed. Now, you may have also seen this guy on many different Colombian coffee brands. Now, his name is Juan Valdez. Now, some people think that this guy is actually real. He's a real coffee farmer. Somebody just drew an outline of him and put it on a package. No, that's not true. He's actually fictional. Juan Valdez was created in 1958 by the Doyle Dane Burnback Agency, and basically this picture was to certify that the coffee was 100% Colombian. Guys, I know I'm really focusing on coffee a lot in this episode, but it's so, like I said, it's so important. And here's another reason why. Because it makes up 6.9% of all the exports in the entire country. It's insane. As a matter of fact, of its $3.9 billion total export, coffee alone makes about $2.7 billion a year. And on top of that, they have a coffee national park. That's right. I'm Canadian, and we do not even have a maple syrup national park. At least I don't think we do. Hold on, let me check. No, I was right. We don't even have a maple syrup national park. So, I mean, it's insane. Actually, you could really call this thing more or less a museum, and it opened in 1995. And it gets actually 1 million people a year, so it's quite popular. Good idea, good investment. Okay, so let's move off of the coffee subject and move into the environment, because here's something that's really important about Colombia. It is the second most biodiverse country in the world. This is probably considering the fact that it is right on the equator. The #1 is obviously Brazil, but let's keep in mind Brazil is much bigger. And if you think about it, realistically, this country has a lot of life, especially for its size. In 2016, it was recorded that Colombia alone has 56,343 species registered. Registered, mind you, registered. There still might be some species out there that they're unaware of. Of that, about 9,153 of them are endemic species. Endemic, yes, big word, basically meaning that these life forms or species, I should say, are in this particular region. They don't go anywhere else. And of this total, there is about 922 species that were introduced into the country, and 22 of them were considered invasive. Now, one thing where this country beats Brazil with is that it has the most amount of orchids and birds out of any country in the world. Birds alone come in at 1,826 species within the country, and orchids come in at around 1,500. And within this country, it actually has 6 major different regions. You've got Caribbean, Andine, which is the most biodiverse regions of all of them. There's also Orinoquia, the Amazon, the Pacific, and Insular. And one unfortunate thing about these ecosystems is that over half of them are in grave danger. The country currently, however, does have 59 protected areas, which environmentalists work all year around to try to increase these areas or to add more of them. One of the biggest problems of this, however, is oil extraction and deforestation, which currently is damaging a third of its plants and half of its animals. So yeah, there you go, guys. Let's go solar. Look, I know it's going to cost us more money, but it'll be better in the long run. Just saying. Because I don't know if you know this, guys, but Colombia, because of its diversity, it's considered one of the 7 mega diverse countries in the world. So you got to keep an eye out for the landforms and the species and stuff. Now, also, considering I was mentioning the regions when it comes to the Amazon, now, Brazil has the most amount of the Amazon forest, but Colombia has about 10% of it. And to me, guys, I don't know about you, but I love hearing that, Colombia has so much biodiversity, has so much life. And yeah, coffee. Ooh, I'm a coffee fiend, so whatever. But either way, guys, that is me learning about and teaching you guys all about Colombia. I hope you guys really like this video. And by the way, guys, if you like this video and you want to learn more about Colombia, check out our Colombia playlist because I do short videos, but there's more videos that you can watch as time goes on. And with that, if you guys are, from Colombia and you want, or maybe you visited and you know something that I missed, feel free to leave it down there in the comment section below or down there in the description box. You guys can follow me on Instagram and send me a DM because I love hearing from you. That and, all you Colombian girls. Hey, you want to move up to Canada? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Other than that, guys, my name is Dave Wapple. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here. And again, join me every single Monday to learn about new countries from around the world. Okay? Bye. Okay, guys, here's the playlist on Colombia. Feel free to check it out. I think you guys will really, really like it. And again, don't forget to hit that like button if you really enjoyed this video. But thank you. You guys have yourself a good one. Bye.